What's going on, everybody? Gaming Diva here, and posting this on my IRL channel because, outside of gaming, I do a lot of gaming. I'm known for gaming, and so, I'm trying to really do the IRL, be in the IRL space a little bit more seriously with health and fitness, sharing my life story that might help other individuals out there who might be going through the same or similar things, as well as just putting some good wholesome content out outside of a lot of the chaos and drama and heavy stuff that's going on in the world. But I literally, I haven't streamed today yet, only because in my area has been like a lot of brownouts and blackouts. And so I was just waiting to make sure that, the electric company, power company, if they're done doing what they're doing, because it was like my whole area was out. And I was already in the process of editing my Gaming Diva React videos. So anywho, I was like, all right, well, I guess I will lay down. And so about an hour passes by, and I see a ping on X, and it's from Kai Cenat. And I gotta show y'all this. Hold on. So this is the tweet that Kai Cenat had put out, introducing Stream University 2026 in-person applications. Come to my office and show me why you should be in Stream University 26. And it looked like, for the most part, he's covering East Coast, West Coast, and somewhat, in the central and middle of the state for Atlanta. And these are the places, right? As well as the requirements. Must be 18 plus to enter. Clear bag policy. Basically, he's putting it out there ahead of time, basically, in so many words, don't be on no goofy, funny shit, doing stupid stuff, being a harassment to the residents, to people in the area, or the event will get shut down. So, me seeing this, I asked certain people, I'm not gonna say their names or say the group, because it's like, I don't want to seem like I'm hating or I'm being that type of a person. But something that stood out from Kai Cenat's Mafiathon 3 when he was talking to the Clover Boys, and all the different personalities that is within that group, Kai was like, hey, if y'all gonna do it, you got to be 100% in, essentially, in not so many words, make a YouTube channel, all y'all make content together, basically, having, well, not trying to say that they will be AMP, because AMP is unique to AMP, but essentially telling them like, hey, y'all get together, make your own group, you have, have your own content house and things of that nature. And, but everybody has to be locked in. Everybody has to be on one accord, and just make it happen. No excuses, right? So I made a post. So one of the groups that I'm currently a part of right now, since I've been away from content creation for a little bit, taking care of my mom and my uncle, and now my father, since we reconnected. This right here is I sent that screenshot of what I just showed you guys on my computer to the group. I was like, we need to go to Atlanta. And I know what you guys are thinking. So today is the 11th, which means you have like 5 days to figure out how to get to Atlanta. And, you know, I asked my husband, I begged him, I'm like, can you please drive me to Atlanta? But I understand, like, he has to be the responsible adult and work. So now, since I got no answers from the group, or, you know, they saw it, didn't say anything about it, and just started posting a whole bunch of irrelevant bullshit, to me, in my opinion. So what that tells me and what that shows me is that you're not willing to do and make things happen to a certain degree when opportunities like this, that's like once in a lifetime, pops up. Now, I know what you guys are saying. A lot of people, they want to get it out the mud. They want to do it themselves. They want to be their own man, be their own person, have their own identity. I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. For me though, I'm living proof of somebody that's been making content, streaming on various platforms back when, on the Purple app, back when the Purple app was called Justin TV. From Justin TV all the way to now. And, you know, with me being an older individual and, you know, not being as consistent in streaming just because I prioritize my family when things happen, which now I'm starting to learn how to navigate still being a content creator and doing a thing that I love or want to do, or even have this as a means to support my family, but as well as my immediate family that I'm taking care of. So if I'm to take this serious, I have to be consistent, okay? I already filled out 3 online applications. I filled out one as a student. I put out a skit, you know, as a student to kind of, you know, showcase my little acting skills, you know, playing 3 different characters. I filled out an application as a professor, and I filled out one as a club director. And then Kai posts this, you know, in-person applications. Come to my office and show me why you should be in Streaming U 2026. Now, win, lose, or draw, I've already won. You know why? Because most people, for whatever reason, won't do what needs to be done to at least go out and try and be like, at least I went out and I tried and I shot my shot. Some people is looking at this post that I just showed y'all and won't apply because they're gonna go in being discouraged, having fear, or even thinking it's a waste of time. I do it myself. I don't need nobody else's help. Well, I'm a prime example of doing it myself for God knows how long without little to no help, even regardless of being a part of multiple groups, multiple teams. You feel me? And that's no shade to any of the organizations that I'm a part of. But the reality is, and the point I'm trying to make is, if you really want to do something and you say that you're willing to do whatever it takes within reason, as long as it's legal, to go out and essentially make a way and make your dreams come true, I think this would be a sign, or God's way of saying and showing you, hey, here it is. Here's the opportunity. Now what are you gonna do with it? So right now, even as we speak, all right, so talk to my husband. My husband's not gonna drive me to Atlanta, right? Posted it in my group. Nothing was said outside of them posting about the latest game console or whatever is about to come out. Nobody said anything. And I'm sitting there like, wow, okay. So, like I said, win, lose, draw. I am going to make the choice to open up my piggy bank and get on a Greyhound bus, go down there. I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna shoot my shot, and I'm gonna document it. I'm going to record it, and we're gonna see what happens from it. But I said all that to say this, like, you know, I know I'm yapping right now, but if anything, I'm like proving to myself, I guess, in a way that no matter what is going on around me, no matter the circumstances, no matter if everybody else around me don't want to do it, I'm gonna go try to do it. Now that might be a hard pill to swallow for some people that might come across this video and watch it later. And all I'm gonna say is, if the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't apply, let it fly. But with that being said, I am going to book my Greyhound ticket to go to Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. I probably passed through it a few times. Probably flew over it, God knows how many times, going to other places. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Atlanta. Gotta shoot my shot to Kai. I gotta try to get into Streamer U. I have to try. I have to do it. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I had to come back and follow up with documenting this journey of possibly meeting Kai Cenat and his team and judges or whoever's going to be there, the critique online auditions, like in-person auditions. Yo, so let me tell you what happened. So right now it's summer break and my son is at my mom's house getting on her nerves, and my brother is playing with his Uncle Paul. I sent my mom a text message and I said, Mom, I'm gonna be in Atlanta for a few days. I'm stepping out on faith, and I'm gonna go out there, shoot my shot, shoot Jay, pitch myself as to why I deserve to be at Streaming University 2026. And as I was explaining this to my mom, I told her, I said, I'm gonna take a Greyhound. I'm gonna take a bus, because like I said, my husband, he has to work, and which he would have drove me down if he didn't have to work, and be one of us has to be the responsible adult. You know. And I'm explaining to her what Streaming University is, who Kai Cenat is, and you know, explaining things to her in terms in which she can understand, which is, you know, because my mom watches Big Brother, and I'm like, so he's doing something like that, but in person. And she was like, well, how long you gonna be gone? You know, because like I said, I caretake for my mother. And when I'm not there, my brother, you know, takes care of what he's able to take care of. And every other week I go over there and I take care of my mom. Do the more heavy lifting of things that my brother can't do, right? And I was like, oh, I said, well, one, he hasn't announced where Streaming University 2026 is. Two, if he does announce it, it's going to be to the people that get selected for Streaming University. And then after explaining that for her for 30 minutes, she was like, so how much is the flight? And I was like, no, Mom, I'm gonna take a bus. It's the cheapest. Granted, it would have got me to Atlanta at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was just planning on just thugging it out, you know, figuring out, you know, to scope out where the place and location is gonna be at, just so I can be one of the first hundreds or first lucky people to be able to really go in and have this massive, huge opportunity that Kai Cenat and his team is offering up to us as content creators, streamers, whatever you want to label yourself, right, in the social media space, in this digital space. And she was like, baby girl, I'll buy your flight. I know y'all really can't see it, but I literally just got through immensely kissing my mother, thanking her, and just being very appreciative. Because one, my mom has always been supportive of any and everything that I've done or do. And for her to be like, she's like, go out there, shoot your shot, this is your time. Because I was explaining to her, you know, for years, I've been a type of person who would be behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, helping out other groups, other organizations, other brands and entities. And I would always put, you know, myself last. And so after having one of those heartfelt conversations with my mom, she was like, sometimes you just can't take everybody with you. Sometimes people aren't always going to be on the same journey as you. And even though you can lead, basically you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, which is so true. Just by the simple fact that I stated earlier in the video of me saying, hey, we got to go to Atlanta, and nobody said anything. And so I was just like, damn, word? Okay. All right. But to be fair, you know, people got other things going on. People, for whatever reason, have fears, have doubts. A lot of times people don't overcome their fears. So what a lot of people tend to do is they'll stop themselves from starting before they even give themselves a chance to begin. So let this be a testament to those of you out there. I'm not that old yet. I'm 39 years old. And I've been streaming, creating content for over 10 plus years across, you know, multiple platforms, esports, being a tournament organizer, creator, and now being my own solo content creator, and still helping out certain brands and organizations when, you know, if I have the time, if life ain't lifing, or if I'm doing stuff with my esports team. But that aside, I'm gonna go to Atlanta and hopefully I don't freeze. Hopefully I don't, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care what people say or portray on this lovely internet. Even when you're in the midst of shooting your shot and presenting yourself to somebody, there's still a certain level of anxiousness, nervousness, doubt, you know. What do we call this here? Imposter syndrome. Because I get that a lot when I'm trying to do game development, with me learning game design, with me learning how to make games. And it's tough. It's a learning, growing experience, just only because now I have to really push through the noise. Meaning, yes, be there for your family. Yes, take care of business. Yes, do this. But take some time, gather yourself, and push through and keep moving forward. And my problem in the past would be, as soon as anything family related would happen, I would stop everything that I'm doing to make sure everybody else is okay. And then I won't get back to doing the things that I love to do or that I know that I need to do just because I'm thinking about everybody else. So